What's up, everyone? This is just going to be a quick little video about NBA Finals last night, Game 1. I can't believe the Raptors won, so let's just get right into it. Talk about why they won, what they did right, and maybe how the Warriors could come back and win the series if they wanted to. It's only a 1-0 lead, so let's get right into it. Okay, so let's just start out with this. The Warriors played awful last night. They took bad shots, missed them when they had open shots. They missed the open shots. Just awful play from the Warriors last night. But you got to credit the Toronto Raptors. Props to the Toronto Raptors. Everyone on that team came to play, and that's in part due to the fans being ready. It's the first finals game in franchise history. The players were hyped up, and everybody on that team came to play and were ready to perform. You could tell they were all hyped up, and the fans definitely played a role in that, and of course they were home for the first game of the series. So Toronto did two really great things last night. One, their transition defense. They were great coming off the turnovers. They didn't give Golden State any free shots. And then the most important thing, they eliminated the Warriors' bread and butter. They eliminated the three-point shooting from Golden State. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson combined for 7 from 15 from three-point range last night. So clearly an off night for everyone on the Warriors, but that's in part due to the Raptors taking away what the Warriors usually do so well. Next up, look, the Raptors got the season sweep. They had the fans. They had the hype. First finals game in franchise history. They were all hyped up. They were ready to go. Kawhi Leonard did not disappoint. But let's talk about Pascal Siakam. This guy, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. That's as good as you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. And what a performance from him last night, because he's very much a part of what drove the Raptors to win last night. Now going back to the Warriors, let's talk about their non-factor in Andre Iguodala. He's been a defensive threat in past finals. He's usually an offensive threat to take pressure off Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. And Andre Iguodala was just a non-factor last night. 0 of 4 from three-point range and just 6 points. And again, that's in part due to the defense from the Raptors, but also the Warriors just did not look ready last night. The Warriors looked uncomfortable on the floor, in part due to the Raptors taking away their three-point shooting. But they looked uncomfortable on the floor, and if you ask me, it looked like the Warriors weren't even ready to play, and it looked like they never even played with each other before. The Raptors almost stripped them of their team chemistry in just one night. It was honestly amazing to watch. Now, Draymond Green was another non-factor last night, and I know he had a triple-double, but if you just watch him, first of all, points were not a category on his triple-double, and if you just watched him last night, in all honesty, to me, he looked like he was scared to shoot the ball. And if you're the Warriors, that's the last thing you want from Draymond Green. You want him to spread the floor, move the ball around, maybe take a few three-point attempts. But if Draymond Green's going 0 for 4 from three-point range, that's not good. And you need him to show up. You need Andre Iguodala to show up. And I'm talking about how the Warriors didn't take pressure off Curry and Thompson. So I've been talking a lot about Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala, how they were both kind of non-factors last night, and they're supposed to be the ones taking pressure off Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Well, here's the thing. First of all, beautiful game plan by the Raptors. They double-teamed Curry pretty much the whole game, which is fine, and it's expected, but for the Warriors, there was nobody stepping up. There was nobody taking the pressure off Steph Curry. So even if he's double-teamed, he was still the one trying to make plays and lead the Warriors to victory. Klay Thompson didn't step up. Obviously, Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala didn't step up. And this is the first time I think I've ever watched the Warriors without Kevin Durant where I've been able to say, like, wow, they need another star. They need someone like Kevin Durant just to step up and take the pressure off Steph Curry. Klay Thompson didn't do it. Again, Draymond and Andre didn't do it. And Steve Kerr was outcoached. Let's face it, Steve Kerr was outcoached last night, but you know he's going to come back. You know they're going to fire back, and we'll see what they come up with. So at the end of the day, great play by the Toronto Raptors last night. I honestly can't believe they won. Again, my pick is still Warriors in 5. At absolute most, Warriors in 6. But I'll put it this way. If Toronto was going to win one game, it was last night. Game 1, first finals in NBA history. The fans are hyped up. Drake on the floor. Say what you want about Drake, but he's a big factor for Toronto. The players were ready to go. And here's the thing. I'm just going to put this out there. The Warriors flat out played awful last night. Awful coaching, awful play, bad shot selection, bad shots, missed shots. everything. They played awful last night, and they only lost by 9. So, an awful night shooting, awful night coaching, everything. They didn't look ready to play. They were pretty much stripped of their team chemistry. But Toronto had the hype, had the fans, and everybody performing last night. When was the last time you saw Marc Gasol knock down that many three-pointers? When was the last time Pascal Siakam had 32 points? Danny Green with 11 points, a solid contribution in conjunction with Pascal Siakam. So Toronto had everything going for them. Their whole team showed up. Their whole team was ready to play. And that's also, I think, due in part to the Warriors having so much time off. They kind of rested. Maybe they were a little cocky going into last night. I don't know, but we'll see. All I'm saying is the Warriors had an awful night. Toronto probably played the best they will this whole series. And Golden State still only lost by 9. So I'm still going Warriors in 5. Again, at absolute most 6. I love watching Kawhi and the Raptors play. Great game plan by Nick Nurse last night, but I think Steve Kerr will figure things out coach Nick Nurse in the end. And of course, you can't deny the Western All-Stars that are the Golden State Warriors. So that's my thoughts on the game last night. Honestly, I can't believe Toronto won, but if they were going to win a game, it was last night. So great job. Thanks for watching. This was just a quick little video. You could subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Also, one quick little note coming off last night. We're all thinking the same thing. Kevin Durant is secretly fist pumping right now that the Warriors lost, because if he comes back and then they win the series, it makes it look like they actually need him. That's my last thought.